Hello and welcome to the Inside Star Citizen Review. It is my favorite day, and this is my favorite fam here. They are representing today. We are a little early. We're not going crazy late night. We're going to keep it, we're going to keep it rationale. And I got myself some coffee. Fam is having a good time. Pepe's gone. We don't know where Pepe's at. He's MIA, but it's okay. We're gonna do the best that we can without Pepe today. Today, I don't even know what this ISC is about, but a lot of people telling me in the fam that there are a lot of really cool things in this vid here. So let's watch here. Welcome to the fam, Rapture. You're here for that first level Energize, bro. Fam, welcome you in open arms. Welcome. Come on in. And I am happy that I am early so that we can get our EU crowd in here. And the EU crowd is just owning it up today. Owning it up. Congratulations, EU, for being like awesome and flexing. You're flexing.
Right now, we're in the process of improving Xenothread.
One of the reasons we want to do this event again is because we've always known our community is fantastic. They need a chance to play together, and that's what we try.
He almost wanted to say community. I felt that. What's up, Sketch? Thanks for that subscription, bro. Did you see that, right, Red Bear? He almost wanted to say community. I see community starting to go around on different channels now, man. He almost wanted to say it. He almost wanted
to do with this.
Dynamic events are things that draw people into the game. They could be large, they could be small. It's also useful for testing core systems like the law system, spawn timers, the cargo system, ship-to-ship communication, your HUD UI. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
The remaster of the Xenothread event has so many improvements based on the feedback from the last event.
There was a kind of reaction to the way the phases, as we call them, the resupply phase and then the showdown phase,
which was previously broken into two pieces.
You were ramping up to a big fight, and then it just repeated the resupply, and then you moved to showdown, and it was just a big fight, and it was a big fight for days on end.
What you get now is that basically you are resupplying the javelin that will then take you to the battle. And should you do a really bad job of keeping its health up, what you'll end up with is a smoking javelin on the other side.
All right, a la Wing Commander. It's feeling a little bit more serious. I like the fact they're taking a little bit more time to flush it out. That's cool.
So that's the major, I'd say the headline change to the event itself. But we've made so many other fixes.
We have made changes to the hostility system.
What's up, Anarchy?
The AI would remember that you'd done something bad to them, and even if they were busy, say the Javelin was busy fighting Xenothread, it could be like 15 minutes, half an hour later, that it remembers, that you're someone who shot it and starts attacking you, and you have no idea why. Now we've put this decay in.
Man, seeing cap ships in game like this, man. I mean, a year ago we didn't have this, and you see everybody saying, "Oh, scam citizen," and scoffing and doing all this shit. And now we're like in game. We got cap ships functioning, actually fighting. There's a game out there that doesn't have cap ships fighting. That's called Elite Dangerous. Man, are you guys hearing what's going on in the Elite Dangerous world, man? There is so much flames going around in Elite Dangerous, dudes. It is ridiculous what's happening. The downgrade of the graphics, man. I'm sorry, but I called it the whole entire way. I called Odyssey the whole entire way. You got Elite Dangerous fans that are pissed off with Frontier development. This I'm very happy with. Cloud Imperium listens to their backers. FDev sounds like they don't care. Sounds to me like Frontier development does not care about their backers. So I'm happy that I'm involved in the Ray project.
what it means is if you do go above a friendly fire threshold, you will turn hostile. But that the length of time you will remain hostile will depend on how many times you did you sustain fire on them. We've also massively reworked the way friendly fire works, because previously there was just one set of friendly fire for everything in the game. Now it's split into AI, which we're much more lenient with, and players, which we obviously have to be a lot less lenient with.
Good. I don't want them to get too soft. Friendly fire should be an aspect in the game. Okay, they're gonna take damage away from AI friendly fire a little bit. Sounds like won't hurt as much, but you get player hitting another player, friendly fire. That shit should be there. I want hardcore in my game.
One of the other ways we'll be improving Xenothread is with new dialogue.
We had players who weren't quite sure of what they had to do from moment to moment.
The game is so deep, but maybe people aren't understanding that, because it's for first time.
I think though, King, by hearing that, I'm sorry, I'm speculating, King's right. I think what I need to elaborate a little bit. I think in hearing that, what I'm hearing is I'm speculating that it might extend out to other aspects of gameplay. So what I'm saying in the game development cycle, King, just letting you know.
And we've done it. You can scan these wrecks and you can see that there are still cargo aboard and that there are enemies aboard before you even go on. Because that was one of the big complaints, they'd get to a wreck and find it empty. So there's now dialogue lines reminding you can scan these things before you're even anywhere near them. One of the main criticisms we got was that there were no rewards.
We're now going to be giving rewards based on reputation, because we've added reputation to Xenothread.
With the addition of reputation, we're able to start using that to build reputation with the CDF, the Civilian Defense Force, and the more missions you do, or the better you do within missions with these events, the higher you'll go up through the stand-ins with them. And depending on what stand-in you're at, when the event ends, you'll get various different rewards.
Goodies. And that's to people that like the PvE and they like the NPC shit, and that's cool. They should have a system that rewards them for it. That's awesome. We talked about this a few weeks back. The reputation system, the way they're implementing it. I think it's great. It's intuitive on who you're helping, what faction you're helping. If you're helping one faction, another faction doesn't like you, vice versa. You're never going to get all the factions at 100%. That's not how the game's supposed to work. It's not a new concept. Okay, great. Let's see how it's implemented. Let's see if it's going to function correctly as it develops. I think they'll do a good job with it. And great. I cannot confirm nor deny that.
So we're really looking forward to having the event work alongside all of the new systems we have coming online, plus all of the things we've added to the event itself. So we have, alongside, we're going to have the capacitors. We've got new scanning and pinging.
It's not just an event. It's not just a weak event that we then throw away or anything like that. We have continued to work not to improve Xenothread, but to improve the next fleet battle.
Best explosions.
So our next dynamic event is going to be Ninetails Lockdown. In Ninetails Lockdown, the Ninetails criminal gang is going to lock down a space station under the control of Crusader security, and both sides will then recruit players to help them to either end or continue the lockdown. That's actually going to allow us to do some really interesting stuff with combining PvP and PvE content and seeing how you all can.
All right. Okay, I'm down for this.
Interact with each other and honestly fight against each other.
That's that value-added gameplay. That's that value-added gameplay. What's up, Demon? How you doing, bro?
Ninetails basically breaks down into 4.
Saw you on Soul Citizens, dude. Good to see you, Demon. Glad to hear it, bro. Long-time OG friend of mine.
Phases. In the first phase, which we call the prologue, we're basically trying to get players online and let them know that something is about to happen.
Oh, I love this.
Eventually, after phase 1 has been running for long enough, it kicks into phase 2. In phase 2, Basically, Crusader is aware that something is causing a quantum blockade around a station, and is making it so that it is quite dangerous and time-consuming to get to and from that station. They recruit players to protect ships that they will send out to scan for whatever is causing that quantum blockade. However, on the other side of things, Ninetails is going to be recruiting to have players go and destroy those ships, and seeing those two sides kind of collide with each other is where we're hoping to get a lot of the interesting gameplay in that stage.
You mean you have to play with people in this game? Yes, God bless them. God bless them that they're designing it that way, Red Bear. Dude, yes, you're reading my mind, bro. You are reading my mind. We had this huge rant where Erad came into Erad comes in the morning streams every once in a while and he tries to trigger me. It's cute. He's been a good friend of mine for a very long time, Erad. So Erad will try and like put little things in the chat to like trigger me up. And last stream he started about Elite Dangerous. And we were watching a Star Citizen video about like, oh, the wonderful places you can go in Star Citizen, right? And I was like, this is great. And then he goes, oh, I see. So if it's Star Citizen video, you're gonna see that, but if it's an Elite Dangerous video, you're not gonna like it. And I went off about Elite Dangerous, and I talked about how in Elite Dangerous there's like 400 billion systems. You know, it's so large you can't find anybody in it, and everybody that's playing Elite Dangerous now is playing with themselves. And I just started going off on this really long rant, man. But like the game in itself, Obsidian Ant with Elite Dangerous did a poll, right? 80, what was it, Red Bear? It was like 87% of people wanted to play solo or play by themselves, and it was like such a small percentage of people that really wanted to have player interaction, you know? And I think that was was that the total? And I think I put that out on the YouTube channel because I really wanted people to understand that like my whole disconnect with ED is exactly that. When Obsidian Ant put that out there and he put that poll out there and he has a very large sample, there was like 20,000 plus players that were ED players hardcore that put in their vote, and 83% or so of the people said, I want a solo experience in Elite Dangerous. And it finally clicked. I said, it is truly elite and there is no dangerous. And the game is geared that way. And that's fine for people that want to play that way. That's okay. Like, that's absolutely fine. But it's not my cup of tea. Now, when I hear this, sorry about the long kind of introduction and segue into this, but when I hear this and I'm seeing this, it's like they're designing the game so you're actually playing with people. They want you to be involved with other people. They want player-to-player interaction. And that, for me, is like the whole appeal of an MMO. Isn't that it? I mean, that's it for me. So when I hear that this is kind of like the design, the game design, that's what I love. I love that. Like, that connects with me. Exactly.
We've seen some really interesting stuff in Phase 2, just from player tactics and such, that have been very enjoyable to watch. For some of our QA testing, actually, they employed at one point, because the scanning ships are somewhat fragile, a hammerhead is almost a shield wall, physically blocking missiles and fire against those scanning ships and deploying chaff and such in order to reroute the missiles, which made for some very interesting tactical discussions right before they would test for that day. We're hoping that players will begin to develop similar strategies in order to counter each other in this more sandbox style of PvP. As for phases 3 and 4, I'd love to give you more detail, but Jared won't let me. We want to leave some things for you guys to discover, and there are little pieces of content scattered throughout the event that aren't going to be explicitly handed to you or told to you in a mission description that I'm really excited to see you guys discover as you're playing through this over and over.
Those goddamn explosions.
It is a smaller event. It is only going to last for about 3 to 4 hours, most likely, be completed over the course of an afternoon, and it is the first of many events that we're hoping to kind of build into a stable of these smaller events so that we can make it so that this weekend is that one and the next weekend is the next, just to keep players coming back to the game. Ninetails Lockdown is slated for release with 3.14. We hope to run it several times throughout the course of that patch and in future patches as well. We're really excited to see you guys play it. We're excited to see which side you pick, be it Crusader or Ninetails. And coming up next, Jumptown 2, so keep an eye out for that.
Wait, what did he say? Hold on, I gotta rewind that. Hold on a second.
We're excited to see which side you pick, be it Crusader or Ninetails. And coming up next, Jumptown 2, so keep an eye out for
I miss Jumptown so bad. I don't think you understand. Like, that was a big blow. Like, I literally felt hurt when Jumptown's mechanics and everything about Jumptown was just sucked away from me, man. Jumptown was so fucking cool. Did I just hear Jumptown 2? Like, I feel like that makes me happier than all this. This is great. But like Jumptown 2 actually made me very, very excited in my no-no spot. My no-no spot is very engaged right now. Settle down. Settle down. Whoa, God. DG Tom Cruise. So many DGs in the multiverse. Thank you,
Jumptown Wars are gonna be back.
Woo! Woo! All right. Hold on a second. My neighbors are probably like, what the fuck's going on down there? Hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. Oh, I got to take a breath, man. That's very exciting. That's very exciting. You're absolutely right, Hype.
For that.
Thank you, Hammer.
Perhaps one of the biggest additions to the Star Citizen universe this year has been the inclusion of our new dynamic event system, where teams are continuing to work improving old returning favorites, as well as developing new adventures alike. And yeah, we're going to talk about Jumptown 2 when the time is right, don't you?
You fucking talk about it right now, Jared. I want this whole last end of this episode to be all about Jumptown. Don't you give me the finger. Don't you give me the finger, Jared. And Ash is right, man. With Tonks now, man, and you know, you got some ballistas and shit. It's going to be an all sexy new Jumptown, man. Ooh, what's up, sir? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for those bits, dude. Thank you, dude. Jared, you're teasing us. Look at that. That's the Jared tease. That's the Jared tease. Jared, you're bad, man.
You doubt it. But before that, and up next, it's sprint report time, so let's get to it.
Look at this.
Let's start things off by jumping back into the world of brand recognition.
Thank you, Killian. Killian had that followed up. Awesome. EU crowd in the house today. You guys are showing up like crazy. Thank you.
Recognition and logo generation with this review of several new corporations making their way in.
Okay, new logos. Which one do you guys like the best? What's Cousin Crow's custom craft? That's interesting. Was that a new alert? Oh my goodness. I think Anarchy did that. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a good one.
Into the persistent universe alongside the related gameplay systems. Like Eclipse Mutual, the high-end personal health insurance designed to allow for a wide range of features covering everything from the number of times you can be cloned to a robust choice of replacement limbs.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is a really good episode, man. This is just giving me all the feels, isn't it? This is giving me all the feels, like the death of the spaceman mechanics, how like you can grow older, when you die, you got your life, and or you got like issues like medically, an arm blows off, you need a cybernetic new arm. This is fantastic.
And all the way down to preferred hospitals, to maybe even waking up in your own hab. And for those who want to know more, be sure you tune in.
And there they said it, waking up in your own hab again. They're doing it right. Jared is just teasing, man. He's tickling me.
Next quarter, ahead of Player Healing's scheduled release in Alpha 3.15. There was also a push on further developing the Tax Collection Bureau, a branch of the UEE government in charge of tax legislation, accumulation, and regulation.
No.
But don't worry if you can't pay. The UEE is always looking for volunteer service as a means of squaring your debt to the Emperor. Now, at review time, it was decided option 4.
I'm not going to be paying no taxes. I'm telling you what. Yar. You'll be collecting it over my dead cold hook hand. Yar, you hear me? Yeah, I mean, I'm a freelancer. I got to say that, officially on the record, I'm just a freelancer. But you'll be taking taxes the day I die over my pet parrot. You hear what I say?
Was most in line with existing UEE branding and will proceed further into development. Then we've got Cousin Crows,
I'll be damned if I pay taxes in a video game.
Customizing ships with paint jobs and special modifications, as well as crew uniforms and accessories to deck your ship out with. Now, some of you will no doubt recognize Cousin Crows as the group responsible for the original Kraken modification, but this logo was in the pipeline at this time for all the other things that we just mentioned. And at review, the thinking was that we'd go with option number 1. Moving along to VFX news, the team has been working on an update to the thruster dust system that converts the existing particles from a radial effect to a new directional one that's actually based on the thruster direction to any surface normal that it may be hitting at any given moment. Now what you're seeing here is the effect changing not only by the raycast angle being perpendicular or parallel to the surface, but also by the strength of the thruster output, and soon by the type of the surface itself.
Flight experience, yo. What'd I say? What did I say? It's always a work in progress, man. We're going to try this out. We're going to see if we like it. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, Kilo. So, looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice, actually. And they'll keep working on it, and hopefully, eventually, we will be happy.
And the force of the surrounding wind volume.
This is a great episode.
Now, as they continue to push this tech towards its gold standard, this means the overall effect will be far more accurate to what players expect, and is one more way systemic systems are used to author the Star Citizen universe at every opportunity. In other VFX news, let's return to the current progress of Shipboard Fire in the verse. Oh, how I've missed you! With this look at directionality and how it can help inform the player about things like the spread or how it's being affected by the universe around it. Now in this sprint, the team was looking into adding more dynamics and interactability to both the fire and smoke, allowing it.
That is really cool. Thank you, Skull. Thank you, Skull.
To be impacted by the various forces that may occur within a ship. What you're seeing here is a vector field being used to bend the fire in the direction of whatever force we want to apply. Here, switching between a simple radial force that comes out from the middle to a more spiral force, and then back again. Now, the idea for these vector fields is to be spawnable from the particle system itself, making anything from fire extinguishers to full-scale room decompression act upon the flames in a realistic and expected way. We also have this brief look at signed distance fields being used to direct the venting of flames.
Yes, they said they will actually be able to replicate like a zero-G fire in ships. And they also talked about areas on a Star Citizen Live where they talked about pressure in ships, and they talked about, basically physics, space physics, and what will happen. So yes, that is something, Hammer, that will be implemented.
Flames and smoke throughout the hull of a ship. And speaking of ships, work has begun on revisions to the Aegis Retaliator, bringing it up to the gold standard, including changes to the internal metrics needed for successful NPC traversal, moving the docking collar, adjusting the lift dimensions, and more. Work also continues on the Aegis Redeemer gray box interior.
We saw
with
the
these
inside.
looks at the remote turret bay, further changes to the habitation section,
It's looking good. We've seen a lot of this. We saw this, but it's nice to see some color.
And development of the internal machinery that keeps
I like the
this
changes on the
floating
Redeemer,
gunship up
personally.
in the air.
Feels
We
bulkier.
also have
It feels
this
a little
look
bit
at
like
the
it take a little bit more
continuing
damage, a bit bigger.
progress
I
of
like
the
it.
Airy Starfighter from Crusader Industries, a ship that's coming together rather quickly based on all the previous work completed for the Mercury and the Hercules. Next up,
look at that.
with work on converting all flyable ships to the canvas-sliced HUD in 3.14 continuing, designers and artists have begun concepting out additional manufacturer-based heads-up displays like this proposal for Drake interplanetary ships. Seen here.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. You're talking to a Drake man right here. Did you see that? Did you see that? Yeah.
Testing out additional manufacturer-based heads-up displays like this proposal for Drake interplanetary ships, seen here in several color variations.
Give me more 80s, Shikuku.
Now we're still pulling together other proposed layouts and color schemes, but it's another exciting step forward in diversifying the flight experience of our spacecraft.
Dude, the no-no spot's completely engaged right now, professional.
Tomorrow on Star Citizen Live, we'll have Dan Truffin and members of the EU Persistent Universe feature team on the show to answer.
Oh, shit. I wish I was there for that. I gotta leave early to go to Chrissy's house. God damn it, Christy. Let me just take a moment to curse my girlfriend. Christy. Oh, thank you, Anarchy. Thank you, dude. She's gonna make me go gladiator on her ass is what Anarchy's trying to say, man. Dan Truffin is the man, dude. Dan Truffin's one of my favorite devs there, dude. Dan Truffin, he's like Gimli, dude. Obviously he's taller than Gimli, but he just reminds me of a giant dwarf, if that makes any sense. Just like got that whole dwarven kind of Viking god thing, but he cares so much about like industrial gameplay. He did such a great job on the mining. I can't wait to see salvaging mechanics, but like Dan is the man, dude.
Answer questions about their work. And one of the new aspects they're currently working on is loot generation, seen here in testing on Perea Station.
Oh shit. Yeah. Hammer, dude, is working towards the being VIP today, dude. Chris is way too excited, man. I don't know, man. Like Chris I love that alert. It's like my favorite alert, dude. I mean, Chris is explaining it all to us right there. Give coffee. Do you like that coffee, Hammer? Coffee's delicious. I'm drinking it right now, man. You know what I'm drinking. Jamaica me crazy, dude. Jamaica me crazy.
Now we'll talk more about how it works, what can be found inside, and how it interacts with the upcoming advances to player inventory tomorrow. So
yes,
check
it is. Yes, it is, Hammer. Oh man, I so want to be there for the Star Citizen Live. And wrapping things up this week with a
look at some environment work, we have this look at potential prop placement overlays for the exteriors of our colonial outposts.
Oh my God. This episode, man, I'm gonna explode. This episode, man. This is a good one. Oh my God, Outposts. And what do we say about Outposts? Well, we talk about proper tie, right? We're talking baby origin, baby steps, right? We know beacons tie in. You can own land with beacons. We know that Outposts will come in at a later date. You know, player outposts. These are the NPCs. These are the NPC outposts. But at least we'll get our eyes on them. We'll get to see like some of these designs. But man, I cannot wait to the day when you own land. I cannot wait to the day when you can do this. Obviously, other things need to happen first, but this is really nice. This is like a peek inside the box, if you will.
Early look at white box progress of the hospital being built out for Grimmax.
Proper tie, yo. Proper tie.
As well as white box progress on the smaller clinics that will populate several of the various space stations found throughout the Stanton system. And lastly, a look at the continuing lighting pass going on throughout Horizon. The upcoming
Oh God, and you know what? I'm telling you, the Evocati members, the avocados, if you will, are very excited because this is going to be in the latest release, and they're going to be testing it 3 minutes at a time as they disconnect, and they're completely fine with it. And there's a lot of excitement going around with Orison, and there should be. And I'm very excited there's going to be a new place. Being able to land on Orison, being able to have Crusader like an actual thing makes Chris go crazy. Right, exactly. Thank you, Killian. Killian, I shouldn't even talk right now. I think that appropriately and adequately covers the amount of excitement for Orison, man. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Proper time for you and I.
Gas Giant Crusader.
Did you guys see the new alien that Jay Lee and Jared made up? Man, it looks like a little weird-ass Chewbacca.
We'll be talking more about everything that goes into bringing Auras into life. From the lighting, to the VFX, to the NPC costumes, the signage and the iconography, and even the music next week in our quarterly season finale. So stay tuned for that. So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that dynamic events are not only a fantastic way to add activity and conflict to the players in the persistent universe, they can also move story and features forward for development and provide much needed and essential testing opportunities that may not arise as frequently on their own. That they come in all shapes and sizes from both weeks long to a simple afternoon, and that their effects in improving the overall persistent universe as a whole persist long after the events themselves conclude. Now,
we talked last Inside Star Citizen about how the lore team talked about implementing these dynamic events in storylines, and that you could find special items through these storylines. You could find them by being an explorer, scanning parts of space. Finding these items is fantastic. I love the whole idea and concept of this. I think it makes it much more immersive. Exactly what dynamic events are supposed to do. Make Chris do lots of fun hand gestures. Thank you, Kant. We're going to get taxed. Full episode on Orison next week, says King. And don't worry, we're having some bonus footage after this, so stick around if you're live right now. Thank you, Kant.
We learned that we are going to get taxed.
Yes, we did.
Be sure you keep an eye out for the results of all the various Alien Week.
By the way, Alien Week, pretty cool. We're giving away a Gatak Railing on the channel, by the way, thanks to this wonderful community and its donations like these. We are able to give one in July. We will be putting that giveaway. We're giving away, what do we got, Hammer?
Everyone seems to forget Vandal.
Oh, we won't, though. I mean, who can forget? You forget the Vandal, they're going to eat you. You know what I'm saying, Hammer? You can't really ever forget them. Not Kuato, DG. Those arms. So many DGs in the alt verse.
With a common denominator.
I am too. This is a good episode. We're gonna have a lot more fun too. Let's keep watching, and then we'll get into the bonus footage. We're gonna talk about
Digital
content.
CitizenCon is on its way at the end of next quarter. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week.
Awesome. That was like a 9.5 out of 10. That was like a 9-ish, 9.5 out of 10. I'm very harsh when I give a score. But I will give that one like a really positive grade. That was really, really good episode. Good job, Jared. And if you're watching this on YouTube, do not forget when this highlight hits to like and share, subscribe, have fun. We are giving away a Gatak Railing, but don't worry if you're here live. If you're with the fam live on the stream, we got some more Star Citizen. We got some bonus footage. We're going to hang out a hell of a lot longer. So if you're watching on YouTube, peace out. And if you're here feeling that first level energy on Twitch, the EU family is lit tonight. They are ready to go. So we're going to switch over to our bonus footage. And thanks for watching on YouTube. Now let's have fun, fam. You're here live. Let's get to it.